Hey guys, welcome to our first ever live stream, Barrel Hunters. Thank you guys so much for being here and for being part of this community.
Yeah, we've had this in the works for a couple months now, and this was meant to happen when we hit 10,000 subscribers, and we hit it way earlier than expected. And now we're here with you tonight celebrating. So thank you for joining, and I'm ready to drink some stuff.
No, same here, man. Now, since this is our first time doing this, let us know if you are hearing any sort of feedback, or if you can't hear us at all. Please let us know in the comments, because we certainly want you to hear our beautiful voices. And let's see. So yeah, no, it seems like everything's working fine.
Yeah, right? Don't mind me. I'm going to be moderating here too. I'm going to be looking at all your comments as you come in. I'll highlight some that we're going to answer as we go. So please feel free to leave comments and we'll get to them.
There you go. I'm already seeing on the corner here that G Rice 999. I gotta promote this. All right. It says here, out of all the whiskey tubers, Eddie's palate is closest to mine. I like everything I've tried of those he highly rates. Thank you, my friend. I agree. My palate is the best in all of YouTube, and I will drink to that.
We got somebody sucking up to Eddie already. Great. That's all he needs.
Yep, that's true. All right, guys. So today we're going to cover a lot of really cool things. First of all, we want to first thank you, because we couldn't be here without you guys. 10,000 is a lot of people. Now we're up to, I think, 14,000 or almost there. Mm-hmm. So this channel just keeps growing and growing. And like we've been saying since day one, our goal is to start a whiskey community of people like you, like us, that just love whiskey, no pretentiousness. It's not about talking about all these notes that we're hitting, although yes, we do talk about those things, but the important thing is that we're having fun.
Yeah, and tonight we're going to talk to you about some of our favorite whiskeys from 2025, including what we picked as our top 2 favorite bottles from this past year, and a couple other surprises along the way too.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. We're also going to talk about some of the whiskey trends that are coming up this year. So just in case you guys are wondering what we think is going to happen in 2026, we're going to touch on some of those things here and there. But enough of that. Let's get to drinking.
So I'm going to highlight this real quick because somebody called it out. It said, hey, everyone, you guys are backwards. And we did that tonight so I could moderate here. But Eddie usually sits here. I usually sit there. Thanks for calling that out, though. I appreciate that. We just wanted to mess with you guys for this.
I know. It is weird. It is weird for me to sit here. I feel like I'm in the wrong seat today. But hopefully it doesn't deter us too much. And we knock it out of the park today.
And also, a little quick little glimpse into the future of this video here. We're going to do a couple giveaways, but we'll get to those later in the video.
Absolutely. All right. So let's see. Oh, one important thing. Sorry, I have to look at my notes here. One important thing. If you guys have any super chats, we will love it. We would appreciate it. We would definitely make sure that those are featured. You don't have to do it, but if you do, it will be greatly appreciated, and it will help us continue to grow this channel. And again, it's not mandatory. You don't need to. We will still get to all those comments, especially if you're talking about my profile and how good it is. But if you do a super chat, we'll definitely make sure to feature it and to expand on it some more.
All right, so what are we drinking first here?
All right, so the first bottle that we're drinking, we already have it poured, and that is the Macallan 12, but it's not just any Macallan 12. It's the 110 proof Macallan 12. And unfortunately, we didn't get to feature it in our video of the top 50 whiskeys that came out this year. Mm-hmm. But I think it was worthy of a feature, and it's something that we made a short about, shortly thereafter. And we absolutely love this bottle. I don't know if you guys get a chance to get it, but if you do, definitely try it.
So the standard Macallan 12, which was actually my introduction to whiskey so many years ago, that's what got me on the train for whiskey. The standard one is 86 proof. This one is 110. So they really cranked it up. So if you like Macallan 12 standard, you'll probably love this one because they crank all those flavors up to 11.
Absolutely. And me being more of a bourbon drinker now, I really like that proof and that intensity. I feel like a lot of bourbons nowadays are coming more with the barrel proof, statement. This is not barrel proof per se, but it definitely is higher proof. And I think it has all the notes that you want in a Scotch, just elevated to 110.
Oh, I like it.
You like how I did that?
Well done.
There you go.
All right, so if you guys have some of this, pour it along. If not, let us know what you're drinking too.
Yes, please. We definitely want to know what you guys are drinking, what kind of notes you're getting, even if you're not following along with this particular tasting.
I see a comment out there saying beat Navy, and I agree 100%.
There you go. So Ryan here served in the Army, very proudly so, and I definitely appreciate everything that he did for our country. And this drink, my friend, is to you and to Army. And you know what? I have no stake in the game, but beat Navy.
Yes, I got him to say it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
This thing. So if you like Macallan 12, you already know that it tastes like dark chocolate, strawberries. All of that is like super amplified here, and we love it. This is one of my favorite pours of the year.
I agree. I think that you get so many rich notes here. You get caramel, you get this vanilla note, you get the typical Macallan profile, that you get a little bit of that orange influence, but then you get this coffee note, this little back malt flavor here. It feels like you're just sucking on a chocolate malt that just got, or this coffee bean that got dunked in chocolate, and you're just like eating in and you're feeling the roast and just enjoying life. That's what I'm getting here. Ryan, I am loving this bottle very much.
Do you guys ever notice how much he loves to dip things in chocolate? Do you know how many analogies I've heard of him dipping all kinds of fruit in chocolate and then doing something almost sexual with it?
Weird, yeah. That's true. Well, here's the beautiful part about tasting whiskey is that it just transports you to somewhere that you may have not even been to before, but you think that's the kind of notes you're going to get. That's what I get here. I absolutely love it. And the thing with dipping things in chocolate is that, I don't know about you guys, you let me know if I'm crazy here, but I feel like there's a lot of whiskeys out there, at least the ones that I enjoy in my flavor profile, that have some chocolate undertones in there. And especially Scotch. Scotch, I think because of the malt, you're getting a lot of that sort of coffee/chocolate note there on the back end. And I love that, Ryan. And I get that here. And that's what makes me enjoy life so much and enjoy whiskey so much.
There you go. Now, some people have commented on what they brought for this, and we have a Johnny Walker 18, which if you saw our Johnny Walker blind tasting, that one did very well. I won't spoil it for you, but it did very well. Yeah. We got some Bear Fight, which is a great American single malt if you haven't tried that before. We've got some Eagle Rare 10, and we've got Buffalo Trace Select, a whole bunch of stuff that people brought. So thank you for bringing all that, and this is awesome.
Colonel E.H. Taylor Rye, neat, of course. And of course, you have to drink it neat.
Of course.
I think that E.H. Taylor Rye is one of my favorite rye whiskeys out there. And I think that that's a very good choice to bring to a tasting.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. So
here, look at that. What are your day jobs?
All right, I'm gonna highlight this comment here. What are your day jobs? So this is our day job.
Yes.
We also dabble in real estate.
Yes, real estate development and investing.
Yes, which we've done in the past, and that's actually how we met.
Right,
was through real estate investing. But now this is our day job.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So funny enough, in case you're wondering, not to peel the curtain back too much, but I'm typically the one that does the editing and the thumbnails. So if you don't like any of that stuff, I take it very personal, and it makes me cry inside. It makes me have another little sip of whiskey. But no, honestly, if you have any feedback, well, we would love to hear it. Ryan's the one that handles a lot of the actual content that we cover. So it's a really good combination here, I think, between, doing the research and doing all the development of the video that we're going to release. And then I kind of cut it down to what it becomes, do all the color correcting and audio and all that stuff. And then that's how we do it. Yeah,
it's a very good complementary skill set that we bring to the table. So if you guys don't like something, just blame Eddie.
That's true. That's probably the right way to go. That's what
I'm just kidding.
That's what my wife and kids do. So feel free to join along. Which my wife is watching right now, and I want to give a little shout out to her. Thank you very much for all the help that you've done to get us here.
Yeah, as is mine.
Yeah, and
she is super pumped about this right now. And even though she's probably not drinking a whiskey, she's out there loving it.
She's probably drinking a glass of wine.
Maybe.
Yeah. She should be at least.
All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, we got some sexual chocolate.
Yes.
That's the sexy Macallan 12.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Yes. Wait, I saw a quintessential. When I see the word quintessential, it automatically gets me.
Quintessential chocolate.
Unfiltered Bachelor says quintessential chocolate. Yes. You get the quintessential chocolate notes. I actually recently got a shirt from our merch store that says quintessential bourbon, and it has all the notes that you get from bourbon. You're going to see it pretty soon. And I'm very excited about that shirt. And hopefully you guys end up buying one.
All right, so we're just about done with this Macallan here. We're gonna polish this off and move on to our next bottle.
Yeah, I've been babysitting this thing.
Right? What are we even doing here? What are we even doing? All right. Look at this guy. He's still milking it over here.
You know, I can't rush this. This is too good. And I feel bad that I just chugged it down like a frat party. But that was good.
Sometimes
Eagle
that
Rare
happens.
10. Yes. Eagle Rare 10. Somebody says, I love the merch, by the way. I love that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's another thing that we both have worked a lot in is developing all the merch. So every single shirt that if you've bought one, thank you so much if you have. If you bought one, they're designed either by Ryan or by myself, but they're 100% designed by us.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next pour here, which I believe is going to be the Still Austin Tanager.
Ooh, the Still Austin Tanager. Let me move some things out of the way here.
There you go. Look at this presentation this box comes in.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Now, I have a story to tell you guys about this. Look at this. Look at that presentation. Look how it just opens up. It's like you just entered like Nirvana the moment you open this box.
Do you hear the music playing?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Sipping on the Old Elk Cognac finish. There you go, Jim Drinks. By the way,
Jim, well done.
Jim Drinks has an awesome YouTube channel as well. I definitely recommend you guys check him out. He's a great guy too. So we actually sipped a little bit of this Tanager together before. That's why it's all the way down here. And Tanager, all right. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but this one comes from Still Austin. This is a local distillery here. It's getting a lot of buzz and a lot of recognition. This thing is heavy, by the way. This is not just a regular topper. This is
it's a weapon.
It's a weapon. This is like full metal, and it has eggs in there for some reason that you guys will probably educate me on.
It's the Tanager. It's a bird.
Oh, of course it is.
There you go.
You and your birds.
Yeah. It's even got a cracked egg in there, so we got a Tanager about to hatch.
Yeah. There you go. Let me polish this off.
So Still Austin, we're actually, for those of you who don't know, we're actually in Austin, Texas. So Still Austin is right in our backyard. We actually go there quite often. And I know a lot of people around the country are starting to catch on now to Still Austin, but we're fortunate enough to have it right in our backyard.
Right. Now that said, because you just brought up a really good point, people are starting to catch on to this. So this Tanager is a cigar blend made by Nancy DeNose Fraley. Excellent. I mean, I've had, we both met her. Wonderful lady. Incredibly just talented. And that's why she's called the Nose, because she has a way of describing the notes that she gets that only I could dream of, Ryan. I don't know if you already have that, developed.
I wish.
But she is incredible. And she makes a lot of the whiskeys for Still Austin. She made this one. And when I showed up to buy a bottle, there was a line that went all the way to the back of like, I want to say easily like 2 miles that I had to just walk and just do this walk of shame, seeing so many people. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get a bottle because there has to be like 900 people here. And it's just, you just keep going and going and going. And sure enough, like they guarantee a certain amount of bottles, right? I was waiting so long for the opportunity to get this ticket, okay? Because I don't have any special privileges like some other people do. We're not there yet. We're getting there though, but we don't have the privileges to just ask somebody, hey, give me a bottle and they'll give it to us. So we had to do it the old fashioned way, wait in a line to try to get this thing. I'm there waiting for like 3 hours and they start handing out tickets. And 3 people, the final ticket was 3 people ahead of us. And I started like almost crying. I was like, I can't believe I just waited 3 hours and I'm not guaranteed a bottle. But I still waited because they told me, you know what? You're so close, you might have a chance. Sure enough, I did get a chance. But all in all, that whole experience took like 6 hours of my day. I was hungry. I was angry. I was frustrated. And at that point, I wanted to buy the bottle so I could just throw it on the ground and kick it and just throw a fit, right? Luckily, we drank it and it was delicious. This is a bottle that's very allocated. You may not be drinking it right now, and that's okay. It's a very good bottle. But what I would say is, if you're drinking the Old Elk Cognac finish, you're drinking a bottle that very closely resembles the Tanager, and it's very, very good. And you don't have to wait 6 hours for it. I almost felt dirty waiting that long for a bottle.
Yeah, what I would recommend is if you can't find this bottle at a store, see if a local bar has it, get a pour of it. This thing is fantastic. Now, I personally liked the 2024 version a little bit better.
Oh,
yeah. This one is actually aged an extra year.
Yes.
But for some reason, the 2024 one was one of my favorite bourbon pours of all time. So this one was slightly disappointing, although we still gave it a 5 out of 6.
Ryan, the fact that I waited 6 hours and you're saying that it wasn't even your favorite Tanager out of 2, no less, it breaks my heart.
Did I just put my foot in my mouth? I might have.
It's all right. I'll have some of yours. I think I overdid it. Look, you know, the thing with Glencairn glasses is that you think you're not pouring enough, and then all of a sudden you see it and you're like, whoa, I'm going to get drunk tonight.
You are going to be on the floor after this Tanager.
I probably am.
Yeah.
We'll see what tonight brings us.
Some quintessential line waiting.
That's right. That is right.
Well done. So somebody said, still Austin single barrel cash strength was my intro to them. What a banger. Yes. Still Austin does some great single barrel stuff. And they're constantly coming up with unique stuff. Like they just came out with an oated bourbon, which was a drop at Specs recently here in Texas. They've done a high proof wheat whiskey and so many other different things that are worth getting.
Absolutely. Yeah, Still Austin does really good things. I mean, and that's why they become so popular. So try anything from Still Austin. If you don't live in Austin or in Texas, you could still get bottles of Still Austin. Try their musician, try their artist, their rye, their bourbon, and just see what you think of them. You know, that gives you a good idea of what Texas whiskey tastes like. And yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, if you guys like rye whiskey, they have a straight or bottled and bond rye, which is a Rabbit label. Highly recommend that. That's one of our favorite ryes of all time.
Right. Can you feature Mr. Jim over here, Jim Reichel? I might be saying that last name wrong. I apologize. But that gets me very upset.
Well done, Jim.
I only waited 30 minutes for the following day at Total Wine for the Tanager, I would imagine. And I feel like a fool right now. I felt like a fool already when I was there. Now I feel even worse. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad that you got it better than I did. You didn't have to wait in line like I did, and you still got it. And there you go. Good.
Well, we got a comment that said, I thought this was Barrel Humpers. That is the wrong channel.
It's not, though. I mean, the night is still young. You never know what could happen. So.
All right. So I'm still on this. Look at this massive pour you gave.
Dude, I think I gave myself a little bit more, to be honest.
You got the heavy hand tonight.
I sure did. See, that's another thing that these people don't know. So I'm going to do a little something here. There's something that a lot of people don't know. If you've watched some of our videos, you'll see that Ryan's the one that's doing the majority of the pouring. It's because I'm terrible at just pouring the right amount. I either give him too much and myself too little, or vice versa. It's typically giving you the most, honestly. Yes. But it's I'm terrible at it. So that's why Ryan does most of the pouring. And I think that tonight you should do the pouring again.
Maybe I will. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just curious in the meantime, like we're here in Austin, but where are you guys coming in from? Like, I think we have people from all over the country. You know, we have quite a few people comment from the UK and in Scotland. It might be too late for them right now, but let us know where you're coming from.
Right. And I see Roberto Hiller over here said a really good comment. After tasting and ranking her, let's feature it.
Oop. We got so many comments coming in that I missed it. There we go.
Please keep it coming. I love it.
Yes.
After tasting and ranking so many whiskeys so far, what has been the biggest surprise? Either a bottle that greatly exceeded expectations or one that really disappointed? Well, apparently to you as a Tanager.
It wasn't that disappointing, okay? But in comparison to the 2024 release, it was, in my opinion, a step down.
Okay.
Yes.
I will say that I don't like, and I don't recommend anybody doing what I did and waiting in line for that long. I know a lot of people do it. That's part of the whiskey culture now. And I'm not trying to poo-poo that. If you enjoy it and you get a thrill out of it, then by all means. I did not enjoy. I don't think any whiskey is worth 6 hours of my time just sitting there in the hot. It was crazy. It was November, and it was so hot.
It was. I think it was like 80-something degrees that day.
Why was it so hot?
Yeah.
It was wild. And the thing is that it was kind of cold in the morning, so like I was wearing clothes for the heat, for the cold, and it was hot, and it was just not pleasant.
Yeah.
But I digress. I would have to say one of the most disappointing bottles, not including all that experience. Man, it's hard to say because, I mean, I've had so many really good ones. Probably the Penelope Havana.
That's a good one.
That was pretty disappointing. It's hard to find. It's hard to get. I love Penelope. Penelope is one of my favorite bottles or brands rather. And I haven't had anything that I don't like from them. But one that I absolutely did not really, I thought just missed the mark, was Havana.
It was way too sweet.
Way too sweet, way too syrupy, to the point that it almost tasted like a flavored whiskey. And yeah, that's why I would probably say that, off the top of my head, that would probably be one of the more disappointing ones.
Okay. So one that took me by surprise going the other way is actually one that we were going to feature tonight. Maybe we do it now. Old Man Winter.
What? That one disappointed you?
No. I went the other way.
Oh.
That one surprised me.
Oh, okay. That's
that
what
one
you meant.
exceeded my expectations
Yes.
because I knew really nothing about that brand. And we tried a sample of it, and we're actually going to feature it here tonight. But maybe we'll sneak it in now.
Oh, look at you! All right. Well, I mean, we have all this, guys. This is going to turn into an absolute shit show. I apologize for that because we are going to be chugging whiskey here faster than nobody's business. All right, let me put this down here.
Maybe I'll be in charge of the pours now.
Yeah, please do. All right, so let me pour Old Man Winter. So Old Man Winter comes from Preservation Distillery. This is a bottle that I hadn't even heard of. And one time we went to a liquor store and they were just giving out samples of things you wanted to try. And they're like, here, try this. And I had never even seen it. It looked kind of odd to me. Like the picture to me didn't really sell me on it, And lo and behold, this thing was incredible. It was so tasty. I believe it's aged 6 to 9 years, right? Of a bunch of blended different whiskeys or bourbons from all around the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has some, it has the MGP,
yes,
right? That's what it is. MGP has some MGP in there,
mm-hmm.
and somehow they just aged this thing to like this beautiful note of caramel and fruit. Incredibly tasty. I guess we're gonna pour it now.
Yeah,
after I finish this.
So in the meantime, we had a question. Oh my God, look at that! We got people coming in from everywhere. We got people coming in from New York, from Burbank, California, Australia.
Florida.
That's awesome. A lot of Austin, Northern Virginia, Chicago, Phoenix. We got people all over the country. Boise. Guys, thank you. This is awesome.
Bardstown.
Yeah.
Oof, I love it.
All right, I'm going to feature this question real quick. Oh, wrong question. All right. So this question was, how would you say Starlight does Amburana compared to Rio? Now, I think I know the answer to that one already. Actually, I know the answer to that one already. I think Rio does Amburana better than anybody. So that is another Penelope brand. And Rio does Amburana incredible. I think RD1 is probably the next best. Starlight is up there, but I mean, I don't think you can really compare it to Rio.
So Starlight is interesting. So that's a cigar blend that has the Amburana. And no, I'm sorry, I'm still babysitting this.
He's not ready.
I mean, come on, it's a Tanager. You got. I waited 6 hours, Ryan. I want to take my time with this.
My bad. Old Man Winter waits for nobody.
Yeah, right. I'll pour it myself here in a minute.
This is Game of Thrones. Old Man Winter's coming.
Yeah, I know, right? But the Amburana finished Starlight is the cigar blend, which I also have. It's very tasty. It's very different. So Rio is a lot sweeter because the other one is the cigar blend, the Starlight. It has some like smoky notes in there as well. And it's very different. And what's interesting about it is if you want to do some sort of a tasting or blind tasting or something where you're teaching your friends about just about Amburana finishes, it'll be really interesting to get their thoughts, putting them side by side because they are very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Rio does it better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You're still on the Tanager over here. Take your time. It's okay.
It's too late now. Check that thing. All right.
All right. Let's see what we got tomorrow. All right. We got Birmingham, Alabama, Tampa. Hell yeah. We got people from everywhere.
We do. We sure do, man. That's what I love about this. I'll pour a little bit of water in my glass.
And whoever commented from Australia, that's awesome. Thank you. This is great. So let's see. All right, I'm going to feature this. I'm not sure if Lark is a known brand in the U.S., but they are from my home state. Not familiar with Lark. So if you want to expand on that a little bit, I'll feature that a little bit later.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of Lark.
I have not either.
So yeah, what state are you in? I'm sorry if you already posted it, but if you don't mind posting it again, I guess we'll be on top of that.
We'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. There you go. All right, little baby pour because I feel like this night is getting away from me pretty quickly. That's another thing that you guys don't get a chance to see in the behind the scenes, so to speak, because we're obviously drinking, right, as we're doing this and we're shooting this, and we have to try to stay presentable for our wonderful audience. And there are some times that towards the end, it just goes downhill pretty quickly. And the editing that has to be done to get us looking somewhat, normal is pretty incredible. Yeah, especially me. I feel like you hold it better than me. Here's the thing. I'm very, I have a pretty good tolerance. I don't think I've ever met anybody that has the tolerance that Ryan does. And it is incredible how, we could go through 10 whiskeys and you look perfectly fine. And I'm here with like my eye half shut. My eyes are just glossy. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I think it's the Polish blood, man.
It probably is.
Polish and Irish. I mean, that just says I'm a drinker.
Yeah. I got Venezuelan and Cuban. We drink rum and
there you go. Maybe a little tequila.
Yeah. Maybe no, not even.
Not even.
Just rum and crappy whiskey is what we tend to drink in these countries. But
all right. So we got Old Man Winter now. Now this one wasn't planned to go here, but since somebody asked, we'll move it up.
Yeah, there it is.
This thing. Oh my God.
I know.
This thing is fantastic.
This is incredible.
I think this is a great pour, and the name I think suggested already. But around Christmas time, that is a great pour because it's got kind of like gingerbread, cinnamon kind of notes in there. Not as strong as like you'd find in a Rio, but this is just cold weather whiskey right here.
Right. I'm about to say something.
Oh boy.
That I know everybody's waiting for.
Oh boy.
This to me is a quintessential bourbon.
There it is.
It has all the notes that you want in a bourbon. You get a lot of vanilla. You get a lot of oak. You get some of that heat because it's not super high proof, but not low proof. So you get this perfect balance. This thing is absolutely delicious. You get some fruit notes there. It almost tastes to me like some sort of a fruit pie or a fruit dessert because you still get some of those like wheat notes in there. This thing is absolutely delicious. If you could find it, it's not the easiest bottle to find, but it's not that hard either. So if you could find it, Old Man Winter, it's a way to go. We actually featured it in our video of the best whiskeys to bring to your in-laws or boss or whoever it may be.
There you go. And we got a little bit of clarification here. It says the founder of Starward Whiskey used to work for Lark for a few years. Now, if you don't know, Starward is out of Australia. They're one of our favorite whiskeys that we've had, especially international whiskeys. They're very fruit forward, but that's good to know about Lark and Starward because that gives some credibility to it right off the bat.
Yeah, I really like. Oh, this is so good. Sorry, I just sipped away. That's another story. So sorry, I'm just throwing you guys a bunch of stories. You guys take them or leave them. But Ryan and I, very early on, we talked about like just visibility, how it looks when we're drinking. You don't want to be drinking when somebody else is talking because it kind of steals focus. So we were like, okay, let's make sure that whenever we're drinking at the same time. Ever since then, I created some sort of like reaction.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Where it does not matter what it is that one of us is doing. If the other one is sipping, the other one is like, I gotta sip it now. And it's so funny because it's usually him. Like there's been a couple of times where I've accidentally been like, I'm just gonna sip. And he just stops what he's doing and he is like, I gotta chug this. And it's so funny.
It's just reactionary.
It's just reactionary now. That stuck.
Yeah, it did. Once I learned something, it's just like, let's do it. All right, so we got a question says, how has your palate evolved since you started the channel? Are there flavor profiles you appreciate now you didn't early on? I can answer that pretty clearly. Mm-hmm. When we first started, I wasn't much into, let's say, high proof bourbons or even hazmat. I think my palate has evolved over time. I really appreciate those now because everything that I've learned about bourbon and whiskey, like when it comes from the barrel, unfiltered like that, you're getting the true flavor of the whiskey. And I've learned to appreciate that much more than I did early on in my whiskey journey.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, same. All right. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that you develop over time. I mean, we shoot, if we don't shoot every week, we shoot every other week. So we're always learning about whiskeys and we're constantly doing research. And when we do research, the unfortunate side of doing all this research is that you have to drink it to give your own opinion. And so we've drank a lot of whiskey in the last year or so, year and a half. And we have really, I think, developed a good sense of a palate and tasting notes. And that's the best way to do it. I don't want to recommend people, hey, just keep drinking, but do it casually, do it with friends, do it in a way that is not impeding on your life in any way. just sip every once in a while and then start really trying to get those notes. Start wide and then start getting deeper and deeper into what you're tasting. And you'd be surprised how much your palate evolves as well. And that goes with anything. I mean, that could go with food, that could go with whiskey, any spirit.
There you go. All right, I'm going to polish this off, and then we're going to move on to our third whiskey of the year. Oh, that was a great pour.
That was. I really like that one. Old Man Winter, you killed it.
All right, this next one was almost my bottle of the year.
Yes.
But it was trumped late in the year by a dark horse. And we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes.
This one is Bardstown Ferrand. So what they did here, Bardstown, they are masters at blending. What they did here is they blended several bourbon components, 3 different mash bills of bourbon and a rye component, and then aged it in cognac barrels for 15 months. This thing is decadent. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite bourbons I've ever had.
You know, I've grown to appreciate cognac more from these cognac finished whiskeys.
Yeah.
Because I have not had many cognac finished whiskeys that I did not absolutely love.
That's true. If you guys haven't seen our cognac blind taste, this was one of the ones we featured. We featured the Old Elk cognac, which somebody mentioned before. We had the 1792. We had the Joseph Magnus, several others. And I mean, they were all great pours. So if you like finished whiskeys, I think cognac is up there at the top of my favorites.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, let's give you a little baby pour here.
Little baby pour.
Yeah.
For this little baby man.
So
drink some water.
This is something you don't see when we film either. In between pours that we do, we have electrolytes, we have water. So we're trying to stay hydrated along the way too.
Yeah.
And we like to cleanse our palate too with crackers or sometimes. No, I won't even say that. Never mind.
Oh, wait, no. You left the people waiting. I want to know what you put in your mouth, Ryan.
Pickles. Okay, pickles cleanse the palate.
Well, I don't like pickles, so that's news to me.
Yeah, pickles cleanse my palate. We were actually told that.
Let's hashtag that.
Yeah. No, my wife and I were at a fondue restaurant one time, and they gave us pickles in between each of the.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Pickles cleanse the palate. So if you didn't know that, fun fact, you learned something tonight.
All right. Well, that's one way to cleanse the palate. All right.
So, all right, Bardstown, we actually went to Bardstown's distillery last year, and we did a blending course there because that's what they're known for. And that was a really cool class. So if you ever decide you want to go to Bardstown, I highly recommend taking it because you walk into this like old vintage kind of room. It's got like Eagle Rare 10 and a bunch of other labels that are old. So you got these old bottles sitting there, like vintage bottles. And it's like a classroom setting. You do these blending techniques. You kind of write down what you're doing. And then at the end, you can taste it. It was an awesome experience.
It was. It was awesome.
You right there?
Yeah. No, it was awesome. Yeah, that was a great time. It was, it was interesting how, I just had a flashback of being there. It was a lot of fun because you get to be in this room. Like he said, it almost looked like a library, and but it was a library of whiskeys, and I mean that's how Bardstown got its name. It's really like the Bardstown Bourbon Company. That's how it got its name. Is from blending different whiskeys and making what we know their whiskey to be right now. And I love just like Penelope. I love Bardstown. I think Bardstown makes some incredible stuff.
So if I had to pick one finish, so when a bourbon is finished in a different kind of barrel, whether it's cognac or tequila or anything else, I think cognac is probably my favorite finish.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. I struggle with it. So I love cognac, and that's like to me that's like the safer choice. But something about Amberana, man, is so unique and it's so different. It is. There's something really cool about that because every time that I give somebody who either loves whiskey but hasn't tried Amberana yet, or is not a big fan of whiskey in general, you give them a taste of that and they're like, this is like nothing I've ever had before. And there's something about that experience that I really enjoy. I don't know if I would say that that's my favorite finish, but there's something really unique about it that you can't get anywhere else. So I really like that a lot. But if I want to go with a more traditional route, I think like a double oaked is probably my favorite finish.
Fair enough.
When it's finished in another brand new barrel. I think that you get so many really nice notes from that, like a lot of oak and a lot of smoke like campfire type smells, and like not just smells, but notes. So I really enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, likewise. So we're getting a lot of comments here. So let's see.
Sweet pickles.
Somebody said this is one big advertisement for pickles.
It sounds that way. I know. That's what I call Ryan. I call him Sweet Pickles.
That's news to me.
That's not true. Don't. If there's anything you could take from this channel, is not that.
So somebody said it's like drinking a bourbon aged gingerbread cookie. I assume that's Amberana you're talking about, because that would be a spot on description of what Amberana tastes like. So
look at this. Oh yeah. So I've seen this. So Roberto Hiller wrote Bardstown was in 60 minutes over the weekend. They actually have a bourbon aged in barrels made of the same oak used to rebuild Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was a limited distillery release that they did.
Yeah.
And I think it was in that the French oak there. It was supposedly really good, but we didn't get to try that one.
No. Yeah, it's so limited. I mean, there's only so much of that wood from Notre Dame you could get.
That's true.
But I think, was it a distillery only release?
I believe so. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it was very limited either way.
Yeah. But that sounds incredible. I mean, just tasting a bit of history. And that's what I love about whiskey, is that you take a sip, you nose it, and you get an immediate hit of history from the bottle. You know, it's a lot of fun. I love whiskey because of that, because there's so much history behind the every single bottle. Yeah, especially when you get old distilleries like Bushmills in Ireland, which is, I think they've been around since 1608. Yeah. You know, that's 400 plus years of history. And it's incredible that they're still around. They're still making great whiskey. And it just kind of paved the way for everybody else, you know? Right. Yeah. Some of the best whiskey. What was the years, the age statement on that Bushmills? 12. That 12-year Bushmills was some of the best Irish whiskey I've ever had. That was incredible. Yeah, Bushmills makes some great stuff, but we're going to go into this Bardstown Ferrand now because we've been milking it for a little while. Oh my God. Dude, I love cognac finish. It's so sweet, but it's not like sugary sweet. It's just, it gives it a nice, it's kind of fruit finish to it. Right, exactly. It's like a fruit finish. It's almost like a fruit cake type of smell, because it's not terribly sweet. You get a little bit of that wheat in there, but it's decadent. It's delicious, but it's not overly like powerful sweet. I love this. I'm going in. There you go. I'm going in. And did you notice that the moment that I sipped, he sipped as well? Let us know in the comments below. All right, so we got a comment here. I appreciate your whiskey videos. Have you considered doing rum too? Saludos from Seattle. Now, we are the barrel hunters. So really anything that's aged in a barrel, we could talk about, even though we prefer whiskey. Yes. We've actually done a tequila video too. It's not out of the realm that we could do something like that in the future. So if you have any suggestions, we're open. Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. I love rum too. I enjoy it. I don't know rum as well as I know whiskey. And I don't want to cheat you guys and lie to you guys and pretend to be something I'm not. However, I will be more than happy to learn about rum if enough people want to see it. So if you guys want to see a rum video, you let us know and we will be happy to do it. Maybe we'll do a rum tier list. Oh, that could be awesome. Yeah. That means we have to try 25 rums. Oh, God. Really? Yeah. Okay. I think that could happen. All in one night. No, that's not going to happen. No. All right, guys. We got a little bit of a surprise now. Okay. We have made it through 3 of the first. So the last 2 that we're going to be trying were our personal favorites of 2025. Right. Before we get there, though, we want to give away a free t-shirt to somebody out there from our merch store. Right. So I'm going to bring this up real quick. And while you do that, I want to say this is not the last of our giveaways. So this is just the first giveaway. Okay. It's going to be a shirt. The second giveaway is going to be a little bit special. They're both special because I think our shirts are beautiful. And like I said, we designed them. But the second one is definitely worth staying for. So stick around. These are our shirts. Look at that. Look at that quintessential bourbon shirt. Look how beautiful that is. And the Are You Drunk is personally one of my favorite ones. And somebody missed the mark on that one. Yeah. That was a wonderfully designed shirt. All right. So we are going to do our first giveaway here. And I am going to share my screen
in a second. And if you have left a comment, then
you have been automatically added.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. We won't know where you live, obviously. So please DM us on, I would say, Instagram probably, right? That's the best place to reach us. Do a DM. Let us know that you won, and let us know, your personal information, possibly your social security as well, and if you're single or not. No, I'm kidding.
We have a Nigerian prince here.
Yeah. No, but let us know at least, that you won, and we'll be able to back that up. But let us know that, your information, your address, and we will be happy to send it to you.
All right. So we are going to do a drawing here. This is a completely random drawing, and we're going to see who's going to win the T-shirt.
Oh. Here it is. Almost.
Hey!
Tevin
Krebs. Well done.
Look at that face. He looks so shocked to win. I love it.
All right. So Tevin, reach out to us. We will get you that. So it's going to be a code so you can get a free T-shirt from our merch store.
Absolutely.
All right. We are back. So now we're going to finish this off here. Oh, you're still working. So we're going to finish this off with...
Why are you calling me out? You're calling me out.
I still got a little bit in here too. So we're going to finish this off with 2 of our favorite bourbons from 2025. Now, if you've seen our tier list for the top 60 whiskeys of 2025, you'll know what's coming. But if you haven't, this is going to be a good surprise.
Oh, this is our Scrody Award winners. And yes, I know that you guys have been just loving the name Scrody. That is the award that we have given out to the 2025 winners of, the best whiskeys that came out that year.
Yeah, the Scrody is the single cask release of the year. Now, our middle school brains thought that would be a really funny acronym.
Yes.
But we want to hear from you guys. Do you like the name Scrody? Do you think we should go with something different? Let us know.
And here's the thing. If you told us that you didn't like it, I would agree. And we're probably going to keep it next year anyway. This is what happens. All right. I'm gonna pour a little bit of water in here to kind of build the tension, Ryan. Do you want some water of your own? Or
yeah, I would love some.
There you go.
Some hydrogenated oxygen.
There you go. Look at you talking all fancy.
Thank you. So yes, we actually mentioned this brand earlier. And now we're gonna get into what your favorite whiskey of 2025 was.
My Scrody of the year. I got a little bit of flack for this, and I'm gonna defend myself right now.
Yeah, it was a good pick in my opinion.
I think it's a great pick.
Yeah.
And the reason why I picked it, because it's not just about okay, this is the greatest because of XYZ. This to me hit all the right notes. It's not super allocated. It's not hard to find. It's not super expensive. You don't have to give away your firstborn child to drink it. And that is Penelope 10-year estate. This thing is absolutely incredible. I love this bottle, clearly, because I drank half of it. And now we're going to do a little... Here, do the honors.
Oh, you...
Please.
Yeah, I got you.
Please.
We're going to give a nice little baby pour here so that...
For the both of us, yeah.
Mr. Eddie doesn't fall backwards.
Yes. Thank you very much, my friend.
You got it. All right. Now, the Estate Collection came out 2 years ago.
Yes.
And this year, they re-upped with a 10-year private select bourbon.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something beautiful about being 10 years. My daughter's about to turn 10 in a couple of months.
I can't believe that, man.
I am shocked. It shocks me. It's crazy. So the fact that this little baby right here turned 10 as well, it's perfect.
That's wild, man. I met his daughter when she was 1.
Yeah.
We had just moved here to Austin, and now she's going to be 10. That's crazy.
It is wild.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, let's see what else we got here. Having heard some stories about Buffalo Trace and you were being difficult over there.
Yes. All right. Let me feature this real quick. So this comment says, having heard some stories about Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare being difficult to get over there. It's everywhere here. Now, I don't know where you are, but several months ago, this was very hard to find here. Now, Buffalo Trace has become much easier to find. Eagle Rare, sort of easier to find. Still sort of allocated, but definitely more on the shelves than it used to be.
Yeah. I would agree. I would say that E.H. Taylor has been surprisingly easy to find over here.
E.H. Taylor's everywhere here.
Yeah.
There are literally boxes of it just sitting on the floor here.
Right.
So if you need E.H. Taylor, come to Texas. There's plenty of it here.
And let us know you're here so we could grab a drink together.
I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God. All right, this to me, I will say it now.
Okay.
This is a quintessential bourbon.
It sure is.
This has all the right notes that you're looking for in a bourbon. And honestly, if you can get this Penelope 10-year, get it.
Mhm.
It's a great bottle.
It sure is. This thing is delicious. It has all the right notes that you want in a bourbon. Again, same thing, because like the Old Man Winter, there's something about this bottle that just has all those notes. It has that richness, that vanilla note, that caramel. It's very different from the Old Man Winter, but it's surprisingly similar in the sense that it has all those notes that you would expect from a bourbon.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get into this one. It's been a minute since I had this one.
Yeah, same here, man.
Yeah.
After I downed half the bottle, I was like, you know what? I need to take a break.
All right. I need to highlight this because I think it's a good comment. It says, I think I'm crazy. I basically only drink Wild Turkey 101 and Wild Turkey Rye. Totally satisfied. You know what? That is awesome.
Yes.
Because Wild Turkey, especially the 101, that is probably one of the best bourbons out there for the price. I think for 20 or 25 bucks, you get 101 proof bourbon with a solid distillery, and it never disappoints. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think that Wild Turkey 101 is probably the best bang for your buck that you can get of any bourbon out there. I think it's fantastic. It's a great pour, and for the price, you would think you're getting some like cheap plastic bottle whiskey, and you're not. You're getting really good quality stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the finish is a little short. You know what I mean? Like you could tell it's not like a pappy by any means, but it is definitely a very, very good whiskey. And the rye is also fantastic. And their wild breed is the rare breed is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
I really like their rare breed a lot. So that's honestly one of my favorite everyday pours is a rare breed bourbon, and even their rye I think is fantastic as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a bold statement here.
Uh-oh.
Of all the legacy distilleries out there, I'm talking Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey, Maker's Mark, Jack Daniels, several others. I would say Wild Turkey is my favorite.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
I could see that. There's an argument to be made.
Because not only is their like bottom shelf, if you will, awesome, but their high-end stuff like the Beacon, the Triumph, like those are all phenomenal pours.
Yeah.
So I think Wild Turkey does it right. Jimmy Russell, the oldest and longest tenured master distiller in the world, which he's been in that same position for, I think, 75 years now.
Yeah. Well, 70 plus one now, 71.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the 70th anniversary came
that's
out.
right.
Yeah.
That's
last
right.
year.
That's right. Good call. I think they do bourbon the right way.
Right?
Yeah.
They sure do.
So anything you can get from Wild Turkey or Russell's, highly recommend.
And if you could still get that Wild Turkey 70th anniversary edition, definitely get that. That's some of the best whiskey, like again, quintessential bourbon that I've had in a very long time. Although this is up there as well. So yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
All
okay.
right, we got a question that says, how do you guys feel about rye? I love it.
Yeah, it depends. So interestingly, I have a love-hate relationship with rye. I feel like with rye whiskeys, either I absolutely love it. If it's done a certain way, I feel like I'm really just, I get enamored by it. And if it's not, I'm not a fan. Just me.
You know, there are some ryes that are done really well. I think when you're talking standard ryes, Pikesville comes to mind as being a great rye. E.H. Taylor, which somebody brought to the video, is a great rye. Still Austin makes a great one, but you know, there's so many good ones out there. It's hard to go wrong. What do we got?
Somebody said, still love my Ardbeg 10. I love smoke. Oh, yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Let me highlight this real quick.
Yes.
All right. Ardbeg. That is one of our favorite distilleries in the world. So we are both big peat heads, and we love smoky, peaty whiskeys. Ardbeg, for my money, is the best one out there.
Wow. Look at that. And Ryan, you got to feature this. I don't know if they mean you or another rye, But you got to see this. I love Rye and his goatee. What is this? What is this?
I don't blame you. I would write that too if I was watching this video.
Did you see it? Wait, hold on. But you got to add the other one because it says, and his goatee. Well, you scroll.
I missed it. Oh!
There it is. That's what sealed the deal because I can't grow a goatee. So it has to be you.
This isn't a goatee though. This is a beard.
Well, maybe they could only see the goatee. I don't know.
Is it that patchy? Oh man.
See, that's the problem with me. I get patchy, so I can't grow anything.
All right. So
like
we got love Ardbeg, but which one? All right. I will say my favorite.
Yes.
Ardbeg Ugadile.
Yes.
Ugadile is the best Ardbeg out there. And it's readily available. It's maybe $75 or so. But if you want a great peated Scotch, sherry finished, that's the one you want to get.
Ryan, I couldn't agree more. But if I want to throw another one out there from Ardbeg that I think is also fantastic, although it is a limited release, but it's still available out there. I've seen it recently.
Can we say it together?
Are we going to say it together?
Yes.
Wait, it depends. Are we going to say the same
I
one?
hope we say the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to go for it. Let's go for it.
All right, let's go for it. One, two, three. Spectacular.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. Yes, we were on the same point. I didn't know if we were going to say Ardbeg first, so I kind of hesitated.
Oh, I see.
But I was going to say Spectacular.
Okay.
That's the one that I think is the one to go for. Is Spectacular if you could find it because that is very unique.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like Spectacular a lot. I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I've been seeing it on a discount. So maybe they're discontinuing it and they're trying to get rid of it. But if you could find it, definitely get it.
Okay. There we go. Yes, we got Ugadile with
There
3
it
exclamation points.
That means they love it.
All right, we got I'd rather drink Lagavulin 16 than Oogie. Okay, that's fair. Lagavulin 16 is awesome too.
It's
so
incredible.
That is a great choice as well.
I don't hate. I will drink all the smoke. I will take all that smoke in my mouth. I love it.
See, when he says things like that, I just sit back and listen.
That's true. That does happen. It is weird. I do say weird things. I don't know why it happens. I think it's liquid courage. I don't know. Lagavulin 16 is great. A lot of people are liking the Lagavulin 16.
Yes.
A lot of people. And I agree. Lagavulin 16 is fantastic.
Yes.
It is a great pour.
If we have any Parks and Rec fans out there, you'll know Nick Offerman is a huge Lagavulin fan. They even featured it in one of the episodes of Park and Rec, which was probably my favorite episode, by the way. But he did a limited release 11 year with Lagavulin.
Yeah.
So that was a good one too. All right. I think we got one more coming up and this is going to be my Scrody.
Oh, no, then. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I think there's another. No, you're right. The last one left is the Scrody. We still have some other ones that we might try along the way.
Yeah.
But we got one Scrody left.
We do.
Are you done with your glass? Not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm
right.
Milking it like you are.
Good. I'm glad
I'm trying to be respectful now.
I'm glad it's not just me. Ooh.
All
Look
right.
at that.
I've seen Ugadile is discounted in my local. Yes. Highly recommend. Please do.
Yes.
If it's discounted, especially.
If you like that smoked, like almost charred marshmallow note, definitely try that out. That's what I get from the Ugadile. I get so much like charred marshmallow. If you like peat and you like smoke, definitely get it. I think you're going to really enjoy it.
All right. This, for some reason, just cracked me up. He's the smoke monster from Lost.
I can see that.
Yeah. That's exactly what Ugadile is, if that's what you're referring to.
Or maybe he's referring to you. I don't know. Or maybe me. I don't know what's happening.
All right, let me see.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. Seems most whiskey YouTubers dislike Total Wine. Is there anything from their list that you have tried and or liked? Funny enough you asked that because halfway joking, halfway not, I thought maybe a good blind tasting that we could do in the future are all the Spirits Direct brands from Total Wine.
Yeah.
Because whenever you go into a Total Wine, and they like to, I don't want to say prey on, but if you don't know what you're looking for and you ask them for help, they're going to push you towards a Spirits Direct, whether it's Bardstown or Walcott or Chestnut Farms. They're going to push you there if you don't know anything about whiskey, especially if you're looking at it for a gift for somebody. So if you go into a Total Wine, don't ask for help because they're just going to push you towards their brands.
They do, and that's true. And the funny enough is I've asked for help because sometimes I'm like, look, what do you recommend between these two? And I don't know if you had the same experience or you haven't had the same experience, but I have asked certain people and they've been like, those two are great, but you should try this one instead. If you want that, then you should get this. This is going to be better, and it's cheaper. You're going to love this one more. And that sort of like just reaction to a question to me kind of was very off-putting because I knew what they were doing and I knew the difference between Spirits Direct and not Spirits Direct. And I think that's why a lot of people are turned off by it, is because it is clearly they make some sort of commission from it. If you work in Total Wine and I'm wrong, please let us know. But it seems like they get some sort of commission or something is shared there where you're forced to push that. And it's not that they're bad whiskeys. I can't say that they're bad whiskeys. They're probably delicious whiskeys, but they're not like the typical known brands that you have gotten some sort of a semblance of what they are and what they taste like. You haven't heard about them. And I personally like to try whiskeys that I know people are interested in and you know they want to know about as well. So that's not to say they're bad. Definitely try them out. They're made by legitimate whiskey distilleries. So just keep that in mind. It is skewed whether they're great or not. They're skewed to the direction of if you ask them what you want to buy, they're gonna direct you there. However, that doesn't mean they're bad. So keep that in mind. They might be great. You know, you might want to try them and see what you think.
Yeah. And a follow-up comment to that is, so this is our friend Derek. He says, wait, Total Wine sells liquor? It's only wine and beer here. We need more freedom. Now I know Derek's in Virginia, and Virginia is an ABC state. So yes, Total Wines there do not sell hard liquor. But if you're in a state like Texas that does sell it, they will push you hard towards their Spirits Direct label.
Right. And the majority of states do sell whiskey in Total Wine, but not all of them do. So we get a comment here. This is why I don't go to Total Wine. I prefer Oak Liquor Cabinet. They give the best recommendations. Now, Oak Liquor Cabinet is a liquor store here in Austin, and they are probably my favorite liquor store here in Austin, or they're the top anyway. They have some great selections, and the owner, Raj, is awesome. Last year, for example, he got bottles of Jack Daniel's 10, 12, and 14. And instead of marking up the price and trying to sell it to like the highest bidder, if you will, he cracked them all open and let everybody just get a sip of it. That's the kind of liquor store you want to develop a relationship with. And Oak Liquor Cabinet, we're fortunate to have that here in Austin. So if you're looking around for a good liquor company, look for an owner that does stuff like that. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure that every single state and city has a liquor store that's kind of like that. So just look around. You know what? Reddit, I think, helps a lot. That's true. Go on Reddit and see what people are saying there about your local, you know, your city and where people buy whiskey. And you'll be surprised. I mean, word travels fast. And I think that there's ways to find out where to buy the best whiskey in town. And that's how we've gotten a lot of our whiskey. That's true. And a lot of our tasting. We've gotten that question a lot too. It's like, how is it that you're doing all these tier lists and all these blind tastings and stuff, and you have all these whiskeys? Well, first of all, time and experience, I think, is one of them. And secondly, is meeting, you know, liquor stores like that, meeting people that have access to certain things that we don't. And all of a sudden, here we are trying 25 different whiskeys from China, from India, from all sorts of different places. Yeah, if you're looking to try stuff that you are not sure about, that you might want to buy, but you're not sure, look up on Facebook or Reddit local bourbon groups, because there's oftentimes bottle shares that happen between those groups, and that allows you to try stuff that you normally wouldn't have access to. Right. So the little tips that we've done along the way, and we're both nerds when it comes to this stuff, so we like to write down all the notes that we get, and we do just crazy stuff like that. I'm getting a note right now. This is incredible. You know, the longer this sits, the sweeter it gets. It does get very sweet. Again, I'm getting a lot of fruits on this, and oh man, this is so tasty. Oh, look at that! You did it without. I feel like I just got cheated on right now. What just happened? All right, we got a comment here. Have you guys tried Ogham whiskey before? I don't know if I'm saying that right. They've only done a few releases so far. It's pretty decent. No, we have not. I actually haven't heard of them, and I have no idea where they're located. So if you could tell us more about it, that would be great. Yes, please. Yeah, because I don't know. And actually, I'm going to pour a little bit of water in my glass, Ryan. Do you want a little bit of water in yours as well?
Sure.
Because we're about to go to the heavy hitter here of all heavy hitters. This is your Scrody.
Yes. Oh, we got an interesting comment here. Costco here in Seattle had Lefroy 10 for $39 and 4 Roses single barrel for $33. That is incredible. And unfortunately, in states like Texas, they do not sell whiskey inside a Costco. Mm-hmm. They have a liquor store attached to the store, but they don't actually sell it inside. So that's really cool to know. Although I hear that Washington State has some of the worst whiskey taxes out there. So I'd be curious to know what it is after taxes.
Can I say, I used to live in California for about 9 years. I actually lived pretty close to Burbank. So shout out to the person who lives in Burbank. And in Burbank, there is a Costco out there that carries a ton of whiskey. So California is one of those states that allows you to carry whiskey in bigger stores like a Walmart and a Costco. Mm-hmm. And Costco to me was the best place to buy tequila and whiskey. You would get some incredible stuff for a really, really good price because Costco carries everything in bulk. So if you live in a state, and most states are like this, where you could buy whiskeys in Costco, definitely check them out because Costco, like inside Costco, every Costco has a liquor store outside, at least in the states that don't carry whiskey inside.
Yeah.
But they're not owned by Costco. A lot of people don't know that. So, but if you could buy whiskey inside Costco, that is the place to buy it because they carry some really good stuff and tequila too.
Well done.
And rum too. And vodka and everything else.
All right. I think we need to get to my Scrody single cask release of the year.
Yes, sir.
It is none other than.
Here it is.
Look at this presentation.
Look at this box. There it is.
Knob Creek 21.
Knob Creek 21. Look at this thing. I have to go through. I have to put a safe code in here in order to open it. This is incredible, guys.
All right. So Knob Creek, if you guys didn't know already, a lot of you probably do, but Knob Creek is part of the Jim Beam family. Mm-hmm. Jim Beam is not our favorite whiskey, but Knob Creek is probably my favorite of the Jim Beam lineup. I actually like it more than Booker's. I like it more than Old Grandad. Knob Creek to me is always a solid pour. Now that I was a little bit concerned about the 21 because the 18 was not my favorite. So I thought 3 extra years in oak might be too much, but they killed it with this one.
They sure did.
This was easily my favorite bourbon of 2025.
Yeah, this thing is incredible.
Their Knob Creek line up the 9, the 12. I tried the 15 recently. They're all incredible. So if you guys want to try a fantastic lineup, Knob Creek is a good place to start.
And that, my friend, leads us to our final giveaway. Oh. And this is going to be our giveaway at the very end of the video. Mm-hmm. We are going to give away. So here's the thing. Like we don't have a ton of money here to be just like supplying with a bunch of stuff, to be fair. But we will give a 2-ounce pour of not only your Scrody, but my Scrody. That sounds terrible. I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
How do we tell the people this?
No. We're going to give away a 2-ounce sample of the Knob Creek 21 and the Penelope Estate 10-year. That's a 31-year-old combined. It's not going to be combined, to be fair, but it's going to be 2 different 2-ounce pours. One is going to be the Knob Creek 21. Mm-hmm. The other one's going to be the Penelope Estate. And you're going to have yourself a sample of our own our very own collection. Yep. So I'm very excited to give that away to one of you guys. We're going to find out at the end of the video who ends up getting that. It's not going to have any backwash. It's not going to have anything weird. Are
you sure?
I hope not. But you are going to get yourself a sample of both of these bottles. So you can at least say you tried it, because I think that the important thing about this is that we have a community of whiskey lovers. We could all share. We could all give, what we have to share. And that's how we learn about whiskey. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well.
And just judging by all the comments that we're getting tonight, it's a great turnout. So thank you guys so much for showing up. And one of you guys is going to walk away with these 2-ounce pours.
We got Nerds at Night, which is another YouTube channel that I think is fantastic. And we've been featured in that channel a couple of times with Blake Money. Blake, yeah. There you go.
Nerds at Night. Pour your Scroties for the people.
There it is.
We already did.
Yes. All right, guys. So this is the 21 year. To me, like this is, I can't say it's close to Pappy because it's not the same mash bill, but the fact that it's aged for 21 years, this makes it a very special pour. It's not something you could get every day. This thing is incredible. It's bold. It's loud. It has a lot of flavor in there. And I cannot wait to share with you guys. I get a lot of oak on this.
Oh my God. And the thing is, they did it smart where it comes in at 100 proof. And you might think, okay, 100 proof, all right, whatever. But when you're dealing with older aged statement whiskeys like this, the oak can tend to overpower. So I think they did it smart here in aging or proofing it at 100. It works perfectly.
Right.
So if you've had a chance to have this one, I'd love to know your thoughts on it, but this was obviously my favorite of 2025, and it's one of yours too.
It was very close. I didn't want to choose the same thing you did, Ryan, so that's why I went with the Penelope route. But this was up there. This was definitely up there. I definitely recommend if you could get yourself a bottle, get it, or see if you win at least a 2-ounce pour today. That's something, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, you know, you get on the nose, you get so much oak up front. I feel like I'm just smelling listen to this, Ryan. I'm about to go there. I'm about to go there.
You're about to hear a masterpiece here.
Well, I don't know if it's a masterpiece. We'll see. But on the nose, I feel like I'm in a forest. Okay? I feel like I'm in a forest, and I get all this smell. Like the wind just blew, and all these like trees and all these like leaves and limbs just started kind of just moving with the wind, and you're just getting this aroma.
Is it haunted?
It's not haunted.
Okay.
No, this is beautiful. Okay. There's like a rainbow in the background. There's unicorns in the back and whatever. This is beautiful. Okay. This is not a bad thing whatsoever.
Okay.
So you're there, you're getting all this smell of like just oak and moss. And it's like, it's delicious. And there's one tree that's just like glistening there with the sun hitting it. And you walk up to it. That tree, hold on.
This is a scene from The Illusionist.
Stay with me. This tree is like just smothered in like honey or agave notes, and it's just glistening there. And you're like, why is it glistening? I'm gonna walk up to it.
What kind of trees are you looking at?
This is a tree from a forest, Ryan. Stay with me.
Okay.
So you walk up to this tree that's just glistening, and it's like the sun is hitting right at it, and you're getting this hint of like just caramel and just. Caramel and sugar, but a lot of tree. I don't know. That's it. That's what I'm getting. All right, guys? That's what I'm getting. Did I go too far on this?
I loved it. It was a great mental picture, and all I could think of was a scene from The Illusionist.
Oh, okay.
When there was one tree just sitting there, and there was a magician, and the whole thing just disappeared.
Oh, okay. Well, this one did not disappear.
Okay.
This one appeared. The magician did the opposite thing. That was a good movie, by the way.
It was.
Yeah.
Ed Norton's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's from Boston, by the way, which is where I'm from.
That's true.
Massachusetts, not Boston. All right. So I'm going to highlight a couple of things here. First of all, thank you for this. On your way to 100K subs, I'm calling it.
I love that.
That is the next huge goal for us. So thank you for pointing that out. That's awesome. Now, second, now that you're doing live streams, how do you see Barrel Hunters evolving? More education, blind tastings, guest appearances, or deeper dives into distilleries? I'm glad you asked, because after we cover all this and after we do our next draw, we're going to let you guys in on a little secret.
That's true.
So thank you for asking.
Yeah. That's a perfect segue. So we'll button that up. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you for this, by the way.
G Rice 9. First of all, okay, G Rice. I feel like we've formed a bond here,
yes.
And I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for your $9.99. That means a lot to us. Thank you, because honestly, we couldn't do this without you and people like you that want this community to grow and to unfold into something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, G Rice, I noticed from the very beginning when I signed on to this, he was already here. He had already left a couple comments. I noticed that you brought Yellow Spot as an Irish whiskey. Now, Eddie knows this, but you guys might not. But Irish whiskey is my jam. That if you had to like put a gun on my head and said, "What's your favorite type of whiskey?" It's Irish all the way. True. Yellow Spot, great choice to bring. So
excellent
well done.
Choice. That's a great whiskey.
All right, look at that. We got another one from B. Smith. I'm setting that to music, Eddie.
Please do. As you should. As you should. We even got someone say quintessential tree. That was that's awesome.
There's so many quintessential. Oh, all right. I got to highlight this.
And B Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. You set that to music. I think you should. I think that you guys should take that portion of the video and just put some erotic music in the background. Listen to it as you're sipping some whiskey. I don't know why I said erotic, honestly. I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what? You just crop
direction.
me out of that, please, and just leave him in.
Hey, whatever works for you, you know? But that is, I mean, but that's what I love about whiskey, though. Like, it just transports you to a different place. The moment you get an aroma in there, that just, you know, that's what it's all about.
Well done, man.
That's all I got to say.
I had to highlight this comment that says Redbreast 12 because that is one of my favorite bottles of all time. Maybe my favorite bottle of all time.
Is it?
Especially when you factor in price, availability, and taste. I think there's nothing better than Redbreast 12.
Okay, so I got to ask you, Ryan. I got to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Redbreast 12 or Redbreast 12 cask strength?
Oh, man.
See? Here you go.
If it's available, cask strength. I love the Redbreast 12 cask strength, but it's also pricier. So when you factor in price, availability, and taste, I got to go with the Redbreast 12 standard.
Wow, look at that. You guys heard it here first. Okay,
Yep.
Fair enough. All right, I think I'm ready to down this thing because 21 years, Ryan, I can't just hold it in my hand and just heat it up more than it already is. I gotta just take this thing down.
This whiskey's old enough to drink.
Well, okay.
My God.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord. This is unbelievable.
Can I tell you this thing drinks a little hotter than 100 proof?
It does, actually.
But that's not a bad thing.
No.
You get a lot of complexity in this thing. You get so much flavor and so much oomph with this. You could tell this is an older bourbon. If this was a blind tasting, I would have said that this is probably an old without knowing the age, right? I would say this is an old bourbon.
Yeah. It drinks a little syrupy, and sometimes that can be a bad thing. But in this case, the way it's balanced, I think it's perfect.
It's very balanced. I think that's the best way to put it. This is a very balanced bourbon.
This is fantastic. Let's see.
Oh, look at that. Robert Hiller.
Thank you, Roberto, for the super sticker. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. And he's been making some killer comments today too. So thank you. Keep them coming. I really appreciate that.
All right. I prefer Redbreast 15, to be honest. That's fair. That's fair. Redbreast 15 is a great bottle, a little pricier. So that's kind of what I'm factoring into my decision as well, but great bottle.
Yeah, I think you're talking about an everyday pour.
Yes.
But I would say that either the cask strength or the 15 year is probably better.
Jim Powers, John Lane, another great one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now, Powers, Redbreast, Green Spot, Red Spot, Yellow Spot, they all fall under Middleton Distillery. Middleton puts out some of the greatest Irish whiskey, and the Middleton Very Rare, it's fantastic.
Sure is.
Yeah, some of my favorite.
I'll take a little water break.
Oh, look at this guy. Straight from the cask, huh? Well done.
Gotta let the people know.
We got a lot of Irish whiskey fans out there. I like to see that.
Look at Oban 12. Oh my gosh. What? I don't think I've seen the Oban 12.
I don't think I've seen the. I've seen the 14, and recently they did a 15 here in the U.S. only. I don't know if I've seen the 12.
I actually have a bottle of the 18. Oban 18.
Look at this guy.
There you go.
Look at this guy.
And that thing is incredible too. That's probably one of my favorite scotches, to be honest. I love it.
That's true.
But if it's, I don't know if it's a typo. I don't think I've seen the Oban 12, but if it is an Oban 12, please let us know where you got it. I'll be curious to try it.
Yeah.
But I love me some Oban 14. I got to tell you that.
Yeah. I think he rated it a 99 on our tier list.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, that's honestly one of my favorite Scotch whiskeys.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All right. So we're milking this little Knob Creek 21, and then we're going to give our second giveaway. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
All right. So thank you, Adriana, for the $10 super sticker.
Oh, nice.
Very much appreciated.
That's very nice. Thank you very much. That is very sweet of you.
Oh, look at this. I think you guys need to do a live stream whiskey tour of Ireland and Scotland. I agree.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Imagine that.
Can you imagine that?
Mhm.
Can you guys imagine that? Let's make it happen. All right, let's see if we can make it work.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I need to bring something up to you guys. So recently, for the Knob Creek 21, Eddie won that at a raffle. We did this thing called 12 Days of Whiskey. Now, this is from a liquor store here in Austin called Austin Shaker. So every night for 12 days, they have 3 different stores here in Austin. You go to, you put your name in, and you enter into a raffle. Now, at all of their locations, they have different distilleries, so you can meet the owners, the master blenders, the master distillers, whoever they have there that night. This one I thought was really cool. Oops. There goes my computer plug.
Uh-oh.
So this is an Irish whiskey called Fox's Bow. And we got to meet their co-owner, Alice. She was awesome. Now, they have tried doing this thing. It's a whiskey pouch. There is no metal in this thing whatsoever. It's magneto-proof. So she...
That's good to know. In case you encounter a mutant out there.
Now, it's got a screw-off cap here. And she demonstrated... She said she had these whiskeys taped all the way down her arms and her back, and she got through TSA, no problem.
Yeah.
She brought this into ballparks, into stadiums, whatever. This could be the future of whiskey right here in a pouch.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have seen anything like this before, but I thought this was super cool and a great way to share it if you're going to an event.
Right. Absolutely. And speaking of the future of whiskey, we got to talk about the whiskey trends that we're expecting to see in 2026. And we're going to fly by that pretty quickly because we're running out of time here. I love the fact that we've gotten so many comments. Thank you guys so much. And keep them coming, by the way. We'll stop whatever we're talking about to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I want to talk a little bit about the whiskey trends.
And thank you, Jim. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very
I really
much appreciated.
Yeah.
All right. So before we do that, do you want to give our last giveaway? Or do you want to hang on till the end?
No, let's hang out till the end.
Yes.
I hope you guys don't mind. We're gonna wait until the very end to give away the 2 bottles here. Well, I don't want to say bottles, the 2 samples.
Yes.
Right? That's
Not the whole thing.
That's not gonna twist it here. Maybe for our 100,000 subscribers, then we could do a full bottle then. But that's something we'll discuss that in a minute. All right, I don't want to give away too much, but
spoiler.
There is something to these samples that we will talk about at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, some whiskey trends, Ryan. What do you think is going to happen in 2026 when it comes to whiskey?
Well, one of the things that I'm seeing already, and I'm actually going to bring an example. Let me find it first.
All right. There it is.
There it is. All right, so this is a Texas whiskey called Andalusia Striker. Now, this one is finished in Madeira casks. And it won all kinds of awards at the 2025 World Whiskey Awards.
There it is.
Look at that.
Yep. Sorry. Go for it.
So this is an American single malt. And last year, American single malts finally became a recognized category. It's the first new whiskey category in over 50 years. So American single malts, which I believe are the only category of whiskeys that didn't see a decline last year, these are going to keep growing because there are some great craft distilleries out there making American single malts. So I think we're going to see that continue to grow.
I think that's an excellent point. And here's the elephant in the room. A lot of people have heard about a whiskey boom or bust, and where are we at right now?
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers are saying that there's a bit of a bust, but I think that it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say there's 3 different tiers of whiskey. There's the bottom shelf stuff. Maybe that's a little bit too broad to say bottom shelf. It might not be bottom shelf, but it's the more affordable whiskeys. And then you have that middle tier that's between like $60 to $90 to $100. And then you have the whiskeys that are more allocated. So because of the fact that a lot of people are searching on the internet of where to buy certain things, allocated bottles have actually gone up in just purchasing and the value and the money.
Mm-hmm.
People are buying allocated bottles. They're also buying the cheaper bottles. The ones that are suffering the most are the ones in between.
Yep.
Like the $60 to $90 range. Those are the ones that are hurting the most because that's where a lot of the distilleries came out because during need I not say the name of the thing that we all went through? That's a 19. That thing. It caused a lot of people to start drinking, and rightfully so. So at that point, a lot of people just went up in production. A lot of whiskey distributors and distilleries went up in the production line and really tried to invest a lot of money into making more whiskey. Now, at the same time, because whiskey takes a while to age, the demand started going down as people weren't drinking as often anymore. And now we have this influx of whiskey, not only from the distilleries that were there before, but from craft distilleries that weren't there at all. And now they're popping up left and right, and they have all this whiskey, and they don't know what to do with it. So that 60 to 90 range, which is where most of the whiskey comes from, is kind of hurting a little bit right now. But the low-end stuff and the high-end stuff is still selling better than ever. So it's interesting. We're in this period right now where there's a bit of a correction, but it's not terrible. It's kind of like, it depends on how you view it. But that's kind of where we're at with 2026 in terms of trends. You're going to see a lot more, I think. You're going to see a lot more. That's what happens sometimes. I start hitting my mic. You're going to start seeing some whiskey. The whiskey trend that I want to follow in 2026 is how distilleries balance the amount of whiskey that they have with the pricing and all that stuff. Are they going to lower their price? Or they're going to try to forcefully make it more allocated? So that's something to watch. But I feel like the allocated stuff is going to succeed. The bottom shelf stuff is going to succeed. You're going to see a lot of whiskeys that are $60 to $90 that are going to be like oversaturated. So if that's the type of whiskey you like in the 60 to 90 range, you're probably going to be in luck, and you're probably going to be able to buy a lot of whiskeys that are currently not available.
Yeah, and I want to direct you to an interesting article here on Forbes, has the whiskey boom gone bust? And this has some great data points for you to go through. So I highly recommend you check out this article if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of what's going on with the current whiskey market. So that'll give you some really good takeaways. All right. Oh, where'd we go? We're back.
There we are.
We're back.
Look at that. Look at these beautiful faces.
Yeah, another thing that we've kind of noticed happening in the end of 2025, 2026 is markets in Asia. So think Indian whiskey, think Japanese whiskey, Taiwan. Those are all booming right now. In fact, in 2025, India finally, for the first time, came up with an organized structure of how to classify Indian whiskey. Before, they didn't have anything. So Scotch, American single malts, Irish whiskey, they're all regulated by certain rules. Now, Indian whiskey has the same thing. So you have distilleries like Amrut, for example. Amrut Fusion is one of the best bottles that we've had so far.
Oh, I love that bottle. Oh, I love it. When you said Indian, I was already my ears perked up to okay, we're about to talk about Amrut Fusion. I love Amrut so much. That to me is one of the best single malts out there, and it's not even a Scotch or an Irish whiskey.
Right? Yeah, they fused Indian barley with peated Scotch, and it just creates this incredible whiskey that we've had nothing like it before.
Yeah.
So distilleries like Amrut in India, distilleries like Macallan in Taiwan, you have an explosion of Japanese whiskey. Some of their age-stated stuff is coming back. So we're starting to see the proliferation in Asian whiskey, and I think that's going to continue into 2026.
Yeah, you see here G Rice 999, who has been very generous to us, looking for that Amrut Fusion. If you could find it, honestly, that's probably one of the easier Indian whiskeys to find. So if your local distillery carries some sort of a whiskey from different countries, you might be able to find it. I think Amrut Fusion, to me, if you like that malted flavor, if you like single malts, if you like Scotch, it has some of those notes in there as well. That malt I talked about, coffee beans dipped in chocolate. That to me is the quintessential flavor of I can't even keep it straight.
Nope.
The coffee beans dipped in chocolate. There's nothing like it in the market besides Amaretto Fusion. To me, I think that's incredible.
Yeah. So what else do you see as far as one of the trends for next year?
The farm to table aspect of it, but in the whiskey form. So farm to glass. I think that's something that we're going to see a lot. It's going to be something where, you're starting to see it. You've been seeing it for the past few years, but I feel like it's just starting to evolve more and more. People care a lot about what they see on the label. That's why you see a lot of scotches now, like market that there's no color added, because like every whiskey in the world except for bourbon or American whiskey really allows you to put any sort of coloring in the whiskey. Or rather, did I say that right?
Caramel coloring.
Caramel color, yeah. So every whiskey in the world except for bourbon and rye and single malt allows you to put caramel coloring in the whiskey. And the problem with that is that sometimes it looks really dark and you think it's been aged for a long time, and then you try it and it's really not,
Yeah.
So
looking at you, Dalmore 12.
Yeah, Dalmore does that a lot. And I mean, there's probably a lot of scotch that does that as well. And honestly, Irish whiskey as well, to be fair. So the fact that nowadays you're seeing more and more people announce that, hey, we don't use any coloring. What you see is what you get. I love that. And I think that that's something that more and more people are really interested in. You're seeing non-chilled filtered a lot more now because people just want purity. They want something that has not gone through any additional steps to make it look a certain way. They just want farm to glass. That's what they're looking for. And you're seeing that a lot now.
Yeah, you see, you got distilleries like Still Austin here. You got Frey Ranch in Nevada, where they grow all their stuff on site. They have a whole farm that they grow their stuff on. So people want transparency, and that's kind of a trend that we're seeing into 2026 as well.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, Cotswolds. Okay, so we got a message here from Gatto116.
So, all right. They asked us if you ever tried English whiskey Cotswold single malt. So we've had the Cotswolds private distillery release, which was amazing. That one was actually a much higher proof than normal for an English whiskey, or especially from Cotswolds. But that one was a very good release.
There's a lot of good questions out here. I mean, it's going to be hard to catch all of them. Amaretto Fusion is $99 over here in Seattle. I'm sorry, you could take I don't think it's worth traveling to Texas, but it's cheaper here. I think it's like $79.
Yeah, but
it's still not drastically different. So you might as well pay it if you like it. If you don't like it, then everybody has their own palate, and that's fine.
So we got Jim Drinks thoughts on American light whiskey. Well, recently Penelope that we tried before, they put out a 17-year American light whiskey. It was awesome. Now, light whiskey to me, it's not like what you think about like in a light beer. It's not like it's fewer calories or anything like that. It just doesn't have the same standards as you would for a bourbon. So light whiskey, if done right, is very good. This one, thoughts on Balcones.
All
All right. This one for me is very hit or miss. Balcones to me tends to lean very heavy. Not always a big fan of what Balcones does. They do some good stuff, but overall, they're not my favorite distillery here in Texas. And they've actually taken a pause in production for the next, I think, 6 months or a year, because they have so many barrels that they're sitting on. So we'll see what happens with Balcones, but they're not my favorite.
It goes back to what we were saying about that 60 to 90 range. And that's right where Balcones is at. And I think that they just got sucked into that same sort of, level where everybody is at. So, it's not selling as well. Here's what I'll say about Balcones. They're trendsetters. They're doing very different things. And I appreciate that. I think that's really cool. But I would agree. I don't think that everything that they've done has been on point. But that's just my taste. Some people love them. So it depends.
All right.
Look at that.
I'm drunk off me arse right now. Been drinking Old Grandad Bonded. It's cheap, but decent for the price. Yes, Old Grandad. I mean, it's hard to go wrong there.
It absolutely is.
Another good Jim Beam product. Old Grandad does some good stuff.
They sure do. I love Old Grandad. I could see myself being drunk off me ass Ars on that as well. I get it.
Yes, well done. Thank you, B. Smith, 4587.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you guys. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys being so generous.
Are we going into slow-mo? He's asking if we're going to slow-mo. Are we slowing down at all, or what's happening?
Don't think I appreciate the sacrifice. You guys have taught me so much, and I appreciate it. I mean, maybe we are. I don't know. Are we? I hope we're not.
I don't know, man.
First of all, if you guys see us in slow-mo, please let us know. And secondly, if that's just because we've been drinking whiskey, then yeah, maybe we are going in slow-mo.
I don't know.
I think that, we're human, and, when you put a couple of bottles in us or drams and glasses, and
we're
juicy
human
and goodness and tastiness and forest fires, and it's all great.
All right. So we got a question here. Have you ever tried Mexican whiskey?
Yes.
We actually have.
Yes, we have.
Adictivo.
Yes. Yeah, we had the Adictivo whiskey. We actually did that in one of our the tournament. That was right. Very early on in our YouTube journey.
Mm-hmm.
We did a video on just a competition of, and that's actually how we found out about Amarillo Fusion.
That's right.
I just bought that on a whim because we needed more whiskeys from different countries that were not like the main ones.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, we tried Aditivo whiskey and we tried Amarillo Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Amarillo Fusion knocked it out of the water, I gotta say. But there's some good Mexican whiskeys. Aditivo makes some really good sweet tequilas. If you like sweet tequila, I definitely recommend.
Right. Tequila, yeah, but they have a whiskey brand too.
They do have a whiskey brand. Yeah, they made their own whiskey, and their whiskey is very sweet as well.
Yeah,
and I feel like it was a little one note.
And there's also Abasolo.
Yes,
which is that's a kind of a rough pour. It's a corn whiskey, and that one takes some getting used to. You could probably fill up your car with that one.
I don't think it's that bad. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, but it's it's rough. So not my favorite.
I don't mind Abasolo. I think that was pretty good. But I would say that Aditivo kind of reminds me in a weird way of like a Rio, and I feel like I'm giving it way too much credit because it's probably flavored. I don't know, but it is very unique and it's very sweet.
Yeah,
you know what? I would probably compare it more to the Havana.
Yeah. Mexican whiskey has different standards than U.S. whiskey or Scotch or Irish whiskey. Right. So,
which is no standards at all. That's just the reality.
All right. So should we get into a little surprise for the people? Not the giveaway, but little peek into the future here.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to share with you guys a little something. So this is something that we've had in the works for a while, and we're excited to share with you guys. So something that we are going to be doing soon is we are creating a Patreon. So we have 6 different tiers of memberships here that you can sign up for. And this is just really like an in-depth look into our community. We really want to bring the people together in our community that are so outspoken, have a voice. We want people to help us come up with what content we come up with in the future. And we have 6 different tiers we can sign up for here. It's officially going to launch on February 1st, but it's ready to go today. So we want to announce this. We want to build our membership. It comes with Discord access. So you get all those private chats in there. You help us come up with the content. We get access to our private collection for the top tier and so many other perks. So all 6 of these, the higher you go, the more perks it comes with. So we just wanted to announce this tonight. We really hope to have a strong community in our Patreon as well as YouTube here. And we want to thank you guys for being a part of this and helping us get to where we are today.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you so much for your support. We are really just, our goal is to build a whiskey community of people who enjoy whiskey. That doesn't mean that you have to join the Patreon for us to do live streams. We're probably going to be doing these live streams a good amount.
Yep.
But if you do a live stream, you could chat with us directly. You could get access to some of the whiskeys that we have. And there's some really cool surprises along the way that we have planned where it's going to really be worth it for you guys, in the sense of like, we're going to have bottle releases ourselves that we're working on right now. We have a book coming out here pretty soon that I'm very proud of, because I wrote this thing and I'm very excited about it. Is The Art of Tasting Whiskey. And that's something that we're going to give away to you guys if you do sign up, but you don't have to. We're putting it out there, and I'm just glad that we have a community now that we've built to get to this point.
Yeah.
And again, it just helps our channel. All we're doing is putting that money back into the channel to grow it and to build it into something bigger than it currently is.
Yeah, it's sort of the next evolution of Barrel Hunters. So going back to the question we had earlier is, where do you guys see yourselves going next? That's part of it. So we're going to have, like, some of these people we've met along the way, whether it's master blenders, distillers, we plan to have them on our channel, especially for our patrons. We're going to meet with the head of the Texas Whiskey Festival. So that's another thing we got coming up. Just a lot of cool stuff that we plan on doing starting this year and moving forward. And we'd love to have you guys as a part of that community too.
Right. Yeah. That's one of the things that we're going to be doing is these live streams, but we're going to do them with actual distillers and master blenders and people who own these distilleries. We have relationships with Garrison Brothers, with Doc Swinson's, with so many different distilleries now, both craft and bigger ones, that we want to share with you guys, and we want to have conversations with them. And we'll allow, it allows for you guys to ask questions to them that maybe you're wondering for a very long time. So just something to keep in mind. No pressure at all. You can keep enjoying our YouTube channel, and we're not going to stop doing what we're doing. But if you want to take it to a next level, that could be a way to do it.
Exactly. So I think without further ado, we should do our final giveaway.
Absolutely. Okay, let's do it. So this is for a 2-ounce pour of both the Knob Creek 21 and a 2-ounce pour of the Penelope Estate.
That's right. Okay, so we are going to draw again. And let's see who's going to get those 2-ounce pours. Who do we got? Uh-oh.
Oh!
JLR Home Buy. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
All
Austin
right.
Real. Okay.
Look at that. So reach out, get those pours, and we'll get those over to you as soon as possible. Head over to our Instagram page. I'm going to do a little shameless plug here. Let me stop sharing this real quick. I am going to share our Instagram real quick. All right, so this is our Instagram page here, Barrel Hunters ATX. We're trying to kind of pump that like we have been for our YouTube channel. So we've been posting a lot of content here. We'd love to have you guys follow us over there too. So head over there and give us a follow. And if you were the winner for those pours, reach out to us on Instagram.
Absolutely.
All right, we are back.
There you go. So we got a few comments in here.
All right, so somebody has been counting how many times we said quintessential, and apparently it's been 22.
Look at that. Have we said it that much?
I don't know. So thank you, Brady Jones, for counting how many times we said quintessential tonight.
I feel like I say quintessential a lot more than 22, but I don't think I said it that much this time. But hey, you know what? Somebody's counting way more than I am. So
yeah.
Hey.
Well done. So somebody asked, sorry, this is over on Patreon, does the Bung Brigade, which is one of our tiers, have anything to do with Scroties? I don't know. I guess you have to find out. Either way, it's pretty dirty.
If you want a Scrody in your Bunk Brigade, then just let us know, and maybe we'll make it happen.
So one of the questions was, are you guys planning to do barrel picks? Yes, that is part of what we're going to be doing for Patreons. And the higher tier memberships come with barrel pick access.
Right.
So yes, that is definitely something we plan on doing.
And that's another thing to discuss is that a lot of the Patreon memberships for these whiskey channels, they come with like a first round of refusal, I guess, for like the top tiers. We are going to flat out give them for free to the top tiers. So that's something different where it's not, you don't have to pay for it on top of the membership. We're going to give that for free.
Yeah. So the top tier is going to get free bottles, and then the two below it will get a discount off of the bottle.
Yeah. And we're talking to different distilleries, and we're going to let you guys know ahead of time who we're dealing with. But we've had a lot of conversations with these distilleries, and I'm very excited about it. And they're going to be really cool craft distilleries that I personally think that you guys will really enjoy. It's not going to be anything, cheap. It's going to be good stuff. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. So this is great. I'm so glad to have everybody show up tonight. There's so much activity in here. I'm sorry if we didn't get to all the questions. We tried to highlight as many as we could. But this was awesome. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much to get us here to 10,000 subscribers. Now we're even higher, and we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for enjoying a pour. And I guess
I'm going to have one thing to say before we sign off.
Yes, please do. Hey, can you pour a little bit? Because if we're going to do the cheers, we got to have a little bit of whiskey in here.
But I do want to say a lot of these bottles tonight that we brought up are hard to find. I get that. I understand. I want to say I think my favorite bottle of 2025 that is readily available and for a decent price would be this one right here, the Jack Daniel's Heritage Barrel.
Yes.
I think this was it's a toasted barrel whiskey. Now, Jack Daniel's, when it comes to their limited releases, they knock it out of the park, whether it's Coit Hill, Tanyard Hill, something like this Heritage Barrel. Like these are fantastic bottles. So these are pretty readily available. And if you see one in your area, highly recommend it because this was a fantastic pour.
Right. Now, here, you know what mine, which one I would recommend?
Let's hear it.
I don't have it with me though, so we're not going to pour it. But
all right.
I do have it back there. It is Maker's Mark, Keeper's Release.
Oh, good one.
I think that was an incredible pour. You can find that. It's not that hard to find. At least not here. Maybe different states have different. By the way, I want to say this too, because we've had a lot of people ask us to start adding the prices on the bottles when it comes to the tier list.
Yep.
And we have added those prices before. And then we started getting a ton of comments like, oh, where are you guys getting this price? That's not a realistic price. We don't get that for that price. The thing is that whiskey has a different price in every state and then in every country as well. So it's hard to we can add the prices that we know we could get here, but every country is different. Every state is different. So it's hard to say some of these bottles, what prices we're going to give. If you guys want to see prices that we get here in Austin, Texas, in the tier list, let us know. Please put it in the comments, and we'll be happy to do it. But honestly, they're not always going to coincide with where you are.
Yeah. Now, I think we'll. Let me see. It says, "Can you just use MSRP?" Good question. Now, MSRPs. That's another thing. It's going to be different in different states. Yeah. Now, it's weird to say that, but it's true. Because you're going to have different things added to it based on what state you're in or what country you're in.
Yeah, you have controlled states. You have taxes added to certain states. Texas gets taxed a lot. So what's MSRP here may not be MSRP in Kentucky, let's say. So these are all things that you have to consider.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you guys again for joining us tonight. And this is going to be our signature sign-off for tonight, as we normally do with our videos. So we're going to do these live streams again, but until next time, cheers.
You see that? We did that thing. We tasted it at the exact same time. You saw that?
So a good way to end it.
Thank you guys.